he has to run into almost impossible positions to return. A bit like that.
Yeah. Just pushed him back in front.
10, game point.
And then took advantage of a defensive lob.
So a good mixture of pace and precision from this man here for Puchong United.
Thank you.
Means that he is at game point, about to win his second game. And this is the one that will put Puchong United back in the lead. Now, of course, after having a stellar first phase of the Kopiko Purple League, very used to winning matches, very used to winning ties.
7,
And now the early pace setters with Moa City. Of course, only one other game has been, one other tie has been played today.
Game.
This week will redefine that table.
Puchong United EC 11-7.
Now, you just saw on the face of Gyapchin there that I think he knows there's very little he can do if he's facing an opponent like this.
Well, he can tighten up his serve, I think. I think a couple of times, or more than a couple of times, several times his serve has been a little bit loose, and it's given the chance for Tanonsak to just punch and jab, and then go on the defensive, trying to snatch back the shuttle, and you just saw on the last point there.
Yep.
Puts into the net. But it's quite an imposing. Well, Tanonsak is an imposing player. He's a tall player.
Yep.
Never nice to serve against players like that, because you think to yourself, well, where am I going to put the shuttle? He seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, he's got an extra foot of coverage, vertical. And of course, he had that to the jump. Plus, he does have a good variety of shots as well. He's just as adept at the net as he is jumping, which is one thing that Go Gyapchin has to improve on a little bit. His net drops haven't been 100% on. A lot of those unforced errors, I'm sure 12 of them now, have come from mid to forecourt. But I suppose we could also say that he has only been allowed 3 smashes. I think I would have thought in the first 2 games. I can think of 3 maybe. One of them was the first one. After that, you know, a couple were returned, but haven't been that many at all. It's a good reminder that you need to have other shots that deliver points. And for once, that flick wrist doesn't make it over the net. And
it's a good return from Go. He set himself up well with a nice net shot. And rather than trying to take a risky shot down the line, well, why not just stick it in the body?
Yep. One place you know that serve's gonna, that smash is gonna work. Well, now he's forced into the lift. And that's the difference right there. In that we just saw both players unleash not their most powerful smash, but one was taken care of, and the other one was just not dealt with. A lot of people place a lot of point-winning emphasis on the baseline and the forecourt, but in the midcourt, those drives and just those recoveries and those blocks are so important. And they can really turn the game. And again, it's just a good selection of points that Tanonsak is picking.
Yeah, he just reaches up, and until the last second, it's not clear if it's going to be a lob or a drop or a smash or what's he going to play, and then he cross-court drop, and it's just that split-second extra time that Go needs to get across that means the return is very weak if it even gets over the net.
Well, it is 3-all now, and Tanonsak, of course, 2 games up. And I think it's safe to say that Go Gyapchin's normal game, or the game from the one that we know from the first phase, is not going to pay him any dividends here. He's going to have to think out the box. He's going to have to be a little bit more flexible. And he's going to have to start now. Could have so easily been a foot to the right.
I think it was like he's just taking his foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
You see his body language is almost too relaxed. Again, very dangerous in Purple League. Let another player come back into it.
Definitely he has just unfocused a little bit.
How many times have we seen this, Jeevan? 2-0 up.
Exactly.
I think the job is done.
And all of a sudden it's 2-all and double match point.
And see.
And this has been actually quite a collapse though, from the solidity.
Back in it now.
So, Kapchin can start his comeback here, 7-3.
Thank you. Go.
It's gone out.
Service over. 4-7.
Again, Go just being a little bit loose on the serve, and then
And he has to be
receiving
pinpoint.
some jabbing, punching shots from Tangonsak.
It's those exact shots from mid-court that he has been having trouble dealing with.
Again out.
5-7.
To be having some troubles on his backhand side.
And you can just see there that the millisecond of confusion as to which shot he was going to play, and that's actually what left him to be a bit late.
And there's no answer to that net shot from Go Chap Chin. Absolutely perfect tumbling, impossible to play.
And this is going to be a real confidence break. He was 7-3 up, don't forget. Now 6-7. I wouldn't be surprised if all those smashes are now aimed directly at his opponent. I don't know if he's going to try to go past him. Now that is a classic example of controlling a point right there. You know, that was two great opportunities for the Go Kapchin smash, which was just returned, retrieved, repositioned.
I'm not sure what Go was thinking. He tried the double, triple deception, but ended up playing a weak shot. And again, we've seen Tangonsak just step forward a lot and jab and push behind Go to great effect in this game. It's almost like his backup plan. When his smash is not going well or he's out of position, he just relies on a jab or a punch and it gets him some result.
And that, I think, was probably the finest backhand clear I've seen at the Kopiko Purple League. It had a lot of power on it. It's go. It's strange to see after all the wonderful shots he's been putting in for that one to let him down, but
well, it's credit to Go for controlling that rally and just keeping his head, keeping his patience, just forcing the error really from Tangonsak on that occasion.
So he's 9-7 up now and still hope to take this third game.
Again.
Well, he was so out of position that there was so much space.
Coach is going to have to take him aside and say, look, you're just falling into that trap every time. You're getting it pushed behind you. Get tighter on the serve.
Thank you.
Don't give the opportunity for the
Well,
jab.
exactly. No, just don't open up those options. We have seen it happen too many times before. Now that is the go cap chin that we were used to.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, beautiful smash. Really perfect. I thought he was setting up a drop, but he did something even more exceptional, which was get it within 10 centimeters of either line.
Yep.
Service over. 9, 10.
And that was just killed immediately.
It was a better serve.
Well, he's very aware when he moves around.
Yes, he tried the change of direction. He would be pressuring the backhand side of Pangongsak, then tried to change it to the forehand side, but you open up that left-hander.
Which he then directed directly straight back to Go, who was falling away from it. And that's very intelligent play.
Oh, it's gone out. Well, that's a
He's
shame.
done it, that's it.
Well
11-10.
done, Pangongsak. We would have liked to have seen that game go on a bit longer, but Pangongsak was just too good for Go Jap Chin.
He really was, and has delivered his own
Won by Puchong United VC.
3-0
11-5,
win.
11-7, 11-10.
So after 4 straight wins in the Kopiko Purple League, Go Cap Chin has to deal with a 3-0. And a comprehensive one as well. And we're about to hear from Pangongsak, the winner, who's on court with Jaya.
All right, we're down here courtside with the winner of this match. Pangongsak, let me just ask you this. How much do you prefer? Is it a good thing to have 11 points? Do you like playing the 11-point system?
Yes, normally I like to play 11 point because it's a fast game. And the pressure, I like to play in the fast game and pressure.
So what was the game plan here? I mean, before the match started, it looked like you were all out to just win big. What did your coach tell you to do to get into this match? Because you just arrived. What was the game plan?
I just play on my game, keep offensive, then keep not so much mistake. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Congratulations on a big win. Pangongsak from Puchong United BC. Back to you in the Ivo Court commentary box. All right, so what's going to happen now? It's getting close.
The game plan was to jab and pressure as much as possible, but it looked like Pangongsak wasn't willing to share that with us, keeping his secrets, but really a very, very polished performance from the world number 26.
Solid as well. Solid in all areas.
Absolutely
of the
solid,
game.
yeah. Just a little lapse in concentration in the third game, which allowed the Go some hope, but really the power in the wrist and the precision which he was jabbing and putting the pressure on his opponent, I think told in this match in the end, although Go Jap Chin really showed some moments of good play, some good deception play and taking some of his chances, but he'll be so disappointed with the error count. 14 errors in that game.
Exactly.
14 cheap points.
As we see here, how he was being pushed around. And he opens up. I suppose it's not that he can't move around the court, it's the tempo is dictated there fully by the Thai player. So it was almost reactive positioning that Go Cap Chin was coming with, not the exact plan that he would have gone with. And as you can see there, definitely those unforced errors. You wouldn't want that total at all. But the net was pretty much owned as well by Pangongsak. And all in all, as I said, after 4 straight wins in the Kopiko Purple League, he's been comprehensively beaten here.
Well, but he'll take a lot out of that match. I think there's a lot there to improve on. We'll see Go Jap Chin come back stronger, I'm sure of that.
Of course, for sure.
No disgrace in that performance.
So we go to the final match now. And this is going to be the second men's doubles. Now for Ampang Jaya, Mohamed Shawal and Tan Wee Tat. And for Puchong United, Tan Wee Yin and Yu Hong Keng.
And your technical team for this match, Raja Shah, Ami Marizwan, chair umpire, and Ian Spears, service judge. And we're going to have a chat with the managers one last time. All right, we're down here with the managers court side. First, let's talk to Kek Mong from Ampang Jaya BC first. Now, we had a very good run in the first half of season 1. Now he's with Shawal. Can they win this tie for you? They need to win 3 love. Can they do it?
I hope so. I don't want to pressure them, yeah, as usual, because if you impose any pressure on them, they will play very badly. Shawal and Tamita, they all been training differently, and this is their first time pairing. Just play their best.
So we'll see whether the 3 love happens. But right now, let's chat with Irina Inozemtseva, Puchong United BC team manager. You have the lead now. Anything could happen. If they win 3 love, they win it. But can you picture a more tough opponent here? Ampang Jaya really surprised you, right?
Well, we expect from every club it will be a tough because of the most 11 scoring system. So we don't expect for the free rise from any clubs. So it doesn't matter who we place against. The most important is our own performance, which is up and down, and sometimes it's also our fault because we line them. But we try to improve, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, so a lot of respect between the clubs. Right now, back to you in Iber Court, commentary box. Thank you so much.
And joining me in this commentary box for the final doubles match, we have the manager of Kopiko. Samuel, thanks for joining us again.
Always a pleasure.
That's always good. And as I said just now, just before we got on the microphone during that interview, again, you have a personal knowledge of some of these players that are on court, and that is such a unique perspective to have from up here in the commentary box as well. Now, what can you tell us about them?
Yeah, actually, as I was telling you earlier, Jeevan, Muhammad Shawal Ismail, that is the Ampang Jaya player.
Yep.
Yeah, he was actually my former doubles player back in state team. Tan Wee Tat as well is another player I've played against in the past. So both of these players are really good. They are playing against a regular pairing from Puchong, Yu and also Tan Wee Gin, who is the younger brother of Malaysian top doubles player Tan Wee Kiong. This Ampang Jaya pairing, they're not really a doubles pair.
Yeah.
Shawal is actually a singles player. It'll be interesting to see how they pair.
Well, I think you've definitely set the balance there now as to underdogs and favourites. But then, to be honest, as a personal sportsman, I love having the underdogs and favourites. I mean, that's the whole point of doing it. So let's see how well they can do. And as I said, so far, it is 10-8 because of that 3-0 win. We've been seeing a lot of 10-8s.
Ampang Jaya BC represented by Muhammad Shawal, Tan Wee Tat.
So we get into the final match of this time.
Muhammad Shawal to Tan Wee Yin, love ball, play.
Now I'm expecting, of course, a flurry of reflex shots. Played at breakneck speed. As we were fond of saying in the first phase, the stat of unforced errors doesn't really apply in doubles because...
especially in the mixed doubles.
Exactly. So much speed that, well, I think anybody would be more susceptible to making an error.
Shawal.
Brilliant. Wow.
Very fanciful player. I've played with him, first-hand experience.
Well, I have to say, I mean, that might just be the third point, but they can't play the entire match at that rate.
Yeah.
They couldn't do. So much movement there.
But Shawal, he's a really good player and can be quite fanciful at times.
Yeah.
Sometimes a very thin line between confidence and overconfidence.
More exactly. And I think for a pair that haven't played together, or at least have less experience, holding their own so far, well, kind of. 4-1.
Smash down the middle.
Yeah.
One of the most effective
That's right.
areas to go for in the men's doubles.
So it's so important to keep a tight formation.
He was going for too much there, you.
A little bit too much. Oh.
Missing it on that occasion. Yu Hong Kang.
Could have been an easy kill.
Yes. Yu Hong Kang is, of course, the former World Junior Champion. Together with Kapung's Ao Yao Han.
There's a lot of accolades that some of these youngsters have already won.
7-2.
I think they still savor this new format of play has been introduced. The Kopiko Purple League. Once again, in fact, I'll just kick off the new year by saying a big thank you to all the sponsors and everybody that's been involved with setting up the tournament.